Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to take a look at 7-star Diablo here. We got a 7-star rank 3. He is sick to 100, but he doesn't really need it that much. It's only like he takes like less damage from everything if he's poisoned, but he's rarely poisoned. I would say he really needs it if you're using recall masteries. And also he gets a little bit more attack rating, which is cool. So here we're showcasing him against Serpent. And you will see he's actually pretty solid for Serpent. You know, you can benefit from MD when you nullify his buffs, you know, power gain, fury. So you can just keep pausing your poisons by canceling the animation on the special one. You get that nice healing from every single special with the Philosopher's Mix. And then you can also throw the special 2 to actually, you know, refresh your poisons. And then since poisons reduce healing, his death immunity is not going to heal him at all. So you just got to wait it out, basically. And yeah, as you can see, really good. We took some block damage toward the end here, but we're healing slightly here before he dies. 96% health finish in about a minute. That's actually, you know, not too bad. And it's actually pretty consistent too, because it's like, it's a simple fight. You just, you know, you're gonna heal all that chip damage, and the death immunity is fine. Like, he's not gonna heal that much. He's not gonna be on this, you know, dangerous phase for too long. Now this is Terrax. Against Terrax, you can actually try to go for like the armor break immunity. I decided to not go for any single one, because if you throw a lot of pre-fights here, if you activate a lot of pre-fights, it actually reduces your poison damage. So I don't think I went for a single one here. Maybe I went for like the healing energy resist damage, or healing the energy damage you take, but I'm not 100% sure here. But as you can see, he's just gonna melt from those poisons. And obviously that's going to be a much faster fight, because we were fighting Serpent on the first one. So this is 39 seconds, 20 seconds faster. Now here we got a Vision Aarkus here. Not really the craziest defender in the game, but Diablo takes him really well. You can choose to be immune to armor break, or you can choose to nullify him. I chose to nullify him because you benefit from MD as well. And it's just definitely better. You know, very simple fight. Diablo kind of reminds you of like Archangel. If they can poison, they definitely will melt. Now, you can't really do matches where the opponent like shrugs off debuffs, because that's literally where your damage comes from. You need those poisons, so you really don't want to use them against those skill champions that shrug off, or like some champions that are immune to poison, because that is his damage. He also reminds me of like Nick Fury, where you need them to bleed, but here we need them to poison. But you will see Diablo is always gonna finish with like more than 95% health, because that's just his thing, man. His healing is no joke. 44%, or sorry, 44 seconds. His healing is no joke. Now I'm gonna show you, like, this is probably the most fun fight ever. You just basically want to trigger the glance, and then you want to go for the special 3, because the special 3 for Diablo is very strong. It gives you so much healing. It actually grants you some attack as well during that special. But you're gonna see. Just watch. We're gonna go for the special 3. I don't think I'm gonna skip this, just so I can, you know, showcase the actual time, like if you were to do this in BGs. And yeah, I just, you know, Sersi, definitely really good. It's just duped for some Mystic Champions. Now the other good thing about this fight, sorry, this special 3, is that we can only throw it once. So now we're actually, if I hide my face, you will see that we're actually going to be going to 2 bars and like 99%, because it's not possible to throw 2 special 2. As you can see there, before I threw this special 2, now you can see this. I would have went to the special 3, but you can't. And then you also place those detonations, which every single time, you know, you nullify one, take some damage, and then you also benefit from that MD, which is honestly, man, he is going absolutely crazy after the special 3. It's just back-to-back specials, tons of damage, and as you will see, man, it was not too slow. 41 seconds, that's pretty good for actually going for a special 3. And she just melted. Now in this fight, I'm going to try to do something different. I will actually get a poison on me, so that you can, you know, I kind of want to showcase like that you take less damage if you're poisoned. You don't really have to. It's not really too special, but it's cool. Like, I'm gonna try to block this guy's special 1, and you know, it's pretty cool. But yeah, his dupe is not really the greatest. I would say even an unduped Diablo is just as good. Unless you want to use him with recall masteries. So the special 2 does more damage based on the poisons you have and the buffs on the opponent. That's why it dealt really good damage here on Gorr. And then another special 2 is going to destroy him. So that was a 36-second fight. Now, moving on to some more difficult fights. We're out of the cosmics right now, so this is going to be a Korg. Now, Diablo's attacks are all energy-based, so you can actually use mediums on a Korg. It doesn't matter. Now, here, this guy is shrugging off, so you're going to have to play differently. You want to apply those poisons when he doesn't have the shield. Also, maybe you want to go for a special 3 in this fight. I don't know. It probably will be slower because you don't have any Mystic Dispersion to actually feed you power. But this rotation kind of works, you will see. Trying to keep my poisons paused, and that is the plan here. I think I'm gonna go for another special 1 here, yeah? You want to cancel this animation. Now, I feel like I'm gonna still go for special 1s. Let's find out. Might go for a heavy into the special 1 here, or, okay, do a combo. So you have a 100% chance to apply poisons with your heavy attack hits, and then you have 75% chance with your last medium attack to apply a poison. And you will see, man, like I said, he always finishes the fights with full, if not full, like 90% or plus. 55 seconds against Gorr. You know, those difficult fights, like Serpent, I'm also going to showcase like Onslaught, also this Killmonger. He usually takes like 60 to 65 seconds, which is not terrible because he finishes with full health. So if you were to use this guy in Battlegrounds, you would get a decent score. I think it's like almost 50k if you take 60 seconds with full yellow bar. So, no, probably a little bit less of 50k, maybe 48,000. But it's really solid still. Because he takes some really tough defenders, man. He definitely takes some tough defenders. Now, I wish I can showcase Dark Phoenix, but she's not in the beta yet, man. I wanted to see how good he takes her, because he is probably the second best counter to Dark Phoenix. Like, I've seen a lot of people rank up their Diablos because of that right now. Because when you have those poisons on her, the thing that she places on you, the Nova Flame, has no duration. So it's almost like you're immune to it. And then you take care of your death immunity if she decides to heal. So yeah, he's just perfect. Just perfect. Now you will see here against Killmonger, we did take a little bit more damage here. But still, above 90, we got 95% finish. And that was a 62-second fight. And that's a pretty bad matchup. So you always place poisons and base specials. Like, it's not the greatest. Now, we got Mr. Onslaught here. I want to showcase him. Not the greatest counter, but he does work for sure. All that healing is going to cover that Neuroshock damage. And since Onslaught does not have any resistance to poison or be immune to it, he can take him for sure. Then I'm going to go for the special 1 to pause those. I'm going to block the first hit of his special 1 just to heal. I've been learning how to do that. There we go. His animation takes like too long, so we're probably going to lose our poison. So that's going to be like a bit of a slower fight, unfortunately. But he has 50% health and we have 100. So this is working out pretty well here. You can easily heavy counter him with your heavy. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So every single matchup that you can't really parry the opponent, Diablo's going to be slower. Basically. Or if you bait too many specials. Gonna go for the heavy. Into the special 1. Get some nice healing. We're actually gonna complete the region so we can heal even more. That was interesting. And here we're gonna do the same thing. No, we're not. That's it. Full healer bar against Onslaught too. Definitely a little slower because we couldn't parry here. Yeah, that's definitely the longest fight here, 67 seconds. But it's still pretty good, man. It's still pretty good. Now we got Bishop. Against Bishop is not too great. I feel like he has some sort of like resistance and he takes like no damage from like my hits, because my hits are like energy. I feel like my basic attacks are doing nothing against Bishop, so this fight is gonna feel slow because of that. We just need those crits, you know. But now we're benefiting from his regens. Now I probably should have went for a special 3 in this fight, to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it. But I didn't. But here we're gonna actually throw our special 2 here, get those poisons refreshed. Yeah, as you can see, the special did nothing there because of those energy hits. I don't think you should use Diablo for this fight, to be honest. It's not the greatest, but you'll see it's gonna be okay still. It's gonna be like 60 seconds ish. Special 2 here. Gotta be careful of those specials though, because they are unblockable, especially when you're fighting a 6-200 bishop. That is a problem. But he's starting to melt now with 9 poisons. Gonna pause them right here. to a medium, into another medium ending combo. You can get that poison. And at this point, he is done. I like the Iron Fist relic on Diablo because you usually throw like a ton of, you know, heavy attacks. 62 seconds, still, even without energy resistance. Now we have a few more matches here. We got Mr. Red Skull. We can't go for the pre-fight, the nullified pre-fight, because this guy is immune to it. But I mean, Diablo is solid for Red Skull, you know, as long as you can stun him in the beginning. It's gonna be a little bit harder when you can't, but you can also, you know, heavy counter his special one. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. Made the special one, counter this with a heavy attack, and then I think we're gonna go for a special 2 in this fight, but not immediately. Let me see. I think I'm gonna throw a special 1 here if I'm not mistaken. Yes, yeah. Throw the special 1 just to pause those poisons, and then I want to go for a special 2 when he has those max armors and when I can get some nice poisons, because like I said, you deal more damage with your special 2 red damage based on the opponent's buffs and your poison. So this special 2 should take him down. It also is unblockable, and boom, that is Red Skull done. And that was actually pretty solid. Like I said, 100% health finish, 54 seconds against Red Skull. Very good. Now we got Mr. Fam here. I did try this fight with a nullified pre-fight, but it ended up being worse because you nullify his armors and they become passive, so you can't even benefit from MD. But with this, with no pre-fight, we can actually benefit from MD if he stops re-triggering his armors anytime soon here. There we go. Can get some power here. Throw the special 1, pause them, and you know, he's pretty decent for Fam since you don't really trigger his damage cap. You just deal the damage with the poison. Throw another special 1 here. Pause them yet again. Keep healing. Stay at 100% health. You know, he is a parry heavy champion, but he sustains himself from those blocked hits. So that's really, really good. Go for the relic into another heavy attack, and that should be enough for Mr. Fammer here. We're gonna dex that special 2, and he's gonna melt. Not gonna go for a risky intercept or something. We're just gonna let him chill and die. Boom. So that was a 53-second fan fight. Full yellow bar yet again. Now, I believe we have like maybe 3 more Mystic fights here. So Enchantress is like not a bad matchup for Diablo. You will see here, because Enchantress doesn't get too much power, basically we're not going to bait. I don't think we're going to bait a single special in this fight, because all we do is just heavy and then just hold our block, hope to get lucky she doesn't throw a special, just reparry and get those poisons paused. Like, this is literally how the fight is going to work out. And like I said, he sustains himself pretty well, so he can take that block damage. We might finish with less than 95% health in this fight, but I'm not too sure. Throw this immediately so we can pause 11 poisons. She is melting. Unfortunately, she threw that special. I feel like we could have killed her if she did not throw a single special there. If she did not throw it, I think she would have died. But it doesn't take too long, honestly. We're just going to go for the relic into the heavy, and she is going to melt. So, yeah, pretty good for Enchantress, who finished with 98% health. I lied. Literally, like, every single time you finish this with so much HP, 51 seconds, even with a special 1. Now, this is a matchup that's okay. You know, you take no damage from poisons. And also when you're poisoned, you take less damage if you happen to like take some hits or something. And yeah, Man-Thing, pretty easy. What I like to do with Man-Thing when I'm using a Mystic champion is bait his heavy attack so I can benefit from his unstoppable from the heavy attack. And that is really, really helpful in this fight because we can just stack tons of poisons against Mr. Man-Thing here. And Man-Thing is one of the tankiest defenders for sure. And you can easily take him with a full yellow bar with Diablo. So we're gonna throw another special 1 here, I believe. Yes, just to pause them. As you can see, just healing so much from that armor break and the poison, because we take 0 damage from the poison. It's just incredible. You can just finish with full. Very simple, very easily. And now we're gonna go for the SP2, and Man-Thing is done. Let's go. So that was a 50-second fight. Now we have Rintrah, and then I believe we got one more clip where I want to show you his power. I want to show you his power with recoils and with boosts. So here we're gonna do, that's what I like to do against Rintrah as well. I like baiting his power gain when I'm using a Mystic so I can actually benefit from MD. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to trigger Dex when I have a Neutralize on me. And it's honestly a pretty good strategy. It definitely helps out. As you can see here, I Dex. And then I'm gonna get another Neutralize on me. And I'm gonna do that again with his special 1. Oh, we didn't because Neutralize expired. pause those poisons, let Rintrah melt. So this is naturally a really good match because Rintrah, you want to knock him down, so he's never gonna get a lot of charges to be a problem with Diablo here. As you can see, tons of power gain baits here, so we're most likely gonna go with the special 2 here, yeah. Some decent damage here, refresh those poisons. I wish that tornado did a little bit more red damage, you know. It wasn't too great, but, you know, most of the damage, like I said, it comes from the poisons. And that is Rintrah. That is still a 60-second fight. As you can see, like, the longest fight we've had was, like, Onslaught, I believe. And, yeah, like, the others, like, every single fight is, like, 60 seconds. Some really quick matches, like Terrax and, like, Vision Aarkus were, like, you know, 40 seconds. The average is gonna be, like, 50 seconds, I'm gonna say. But, you know, the matches that were over 60 were tough matches, like Killmonger, Gorr, Onslaught, Serpent, so... yeah, he definitely works, man. Like, I really want to get this guy. So now we are fully boosted here. We got recoils, and I just want to showcase this SP3 Rampage here. So we popped the Nullify pre-fight, and now we're going to go for special 3 after we bait his special 2. I actually want him to complete the dance so he can actually have more buffs that I can nullify. So right now we're actually going to place those detonates on him. We're going to benefit from... actually, I want to hide my face a little bit here so you can see, like, my power. We're just gonna start going crazy with those nullifies. Throw that special 2, get some nice damage. 69,000 with that tornado, and the poisons are ticking, man. Look at that, 14 poisons. That is wild. I'm gonna throw the heavy into the special 2 here, or actually after that, because it's unblockable, right? Yeah, there we go. 18 poisons. He's taken 11,000 damage, another 69,000 damage right there. And yeah, we're just actually going to showcase the damage cap, the poison cap on Diablo, which is 20. It's kind of tough to maintain it. Like, I can't really maintain it for too long, but that's how much damage he's doing with recoils and 50% attack boost. The opponent is taking 12,000 per tick, so every second he's taking 24,000 damage. Now you can probably keep pausing them. Eventually, if there's no help from, like, any sort of power gain, like Mystic Dispersion, you get buff so you can nullify, your poisons might fall off. But as you can see, man, that's not bad. Like, he can go crazy. He can go crazy after the special 3. He's a really fun champion, man. I really want to get a 7-star Diablo. Like I said, I really want to showcase him against Dark Phoenix, because I believe he's the second best counter to her. My guess would be a 7-star rank 3 versus a rank 3 Dark Phoenix would be, you know, about 50 seconds. Maybe 60 seconds, because like I said, you can just even benefit from her SP1 Unstoppable and power gain to actually build up power, because you're not going to take any damage from those Nova Flames. So there's definitely a good rotation you can do there, a good strategy. But yeah, man, if they give us Dark Phoenix in the beta here, I'm definitely gonna make a video about her and showcase, you know, more realistic matches. Let me know what you guys think about Diablo, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.